is up, YouTube? Alyssa here. Christian here. And we're here to tell you all about what you requested, which was how bad Christian hated the security guard at WWE Asheville Live.
SummerSlam Heatwave Tour.
SummerSlam Heatwave Tour. I personally had a fabulous time, but it started out rocky because we drove 5 hours there. I drove. He was a terrible passenger. Terrible. We had to pick, I picked a song, then he picked a song, then I picked a song, then he picked a song. He picked Sasha Banks' theme song like 8 times.
Don't even lie.
Then we got there and we were supposed to have ramp seats, and we didn't have ramp seats, we had ring seats. So even though they're front row, he was mad. Go ahead, Christian.
Okay, first of all, let's get this straight. The seats were wrong. It's when we bought them, it shows you're on the ramp. You know the ramp. I'm sure you all know what the ramp is. And then they messed up the arena, whoever did it.
It was not cute.
The arena was so messed up, it was all crooked, whoever did it. The seats were all messed up. We're in the front row. We were supposed to be on the ramp, front row.
We wanted to be on the ramp, not in front of the ring, because if you're on the ramp, then you get to...
Well, we were still in the front, but not in the front. You understand? You know.
Front row, ringside, not ramp side.
I'd be fine if it was front row, but you weren't front row by the barricade. You were a few feet away.
Yeah, it was like 4 feet away.
Yeah, and then...
They did not want you touching them.
And then, okay. Should we start with the matches or no? We'll go through the matches really fast if you want to know. R-Truth and Goldust versus Fandango and Tyler Breeze.
And let me tell you something. Fandango is fan-delicious in person. Thank you. And R-Truth is a very buff 50-year-old man, don't you think?
Okay. So, who won?
Golden Truth.
I know, I was making you. You were supposed to answer.
Oh, what was the next match?
The next match was Curtis Axel against Jack Swagger.
And Jack Swagger said,
"We, the people!" Okay.
Anyone?
Jack Swagger won. Curtis Axel got on the microphone and said that he cheated. It was a disqualification because the post, he hit Jack Swagger hit his leg on it.
He was lying.
So he said, "I'm not leaving till I win a match." So Kane came out, gave him a choke slam, one left.
And Kane looked huge.
He's 7 foot tall. What was the next match? A tag team match, wasn't it?
Yep.
Who?
Vaudevillains.
I thought that was later. Okay, Vaudevillains against the Neville and Cesaro.
Yep.
Neville and Cesaro won.
And you should go on my Instagram at the THE Stylist, STYLYSST. I have the best video of Neville's finisher, don't I?
Yeah.
It's the best video.
Well, they want to hear about the security guard.
We'll speed it up. So, okay.
Neville Cesaro won. Next match, who was it? We'll just name the matches, not in order. Okay, not in order. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch against Dana Brooke and Summer Rae. Summer Rae, she's a hot young thing.
Becky Lynch's booty was hanging out the whole time.
Becky Lynch, she had a wedgie thong going on. As soon as she got out, she didn't fix it. She just let it out, so the whole time her butt was out.
It was good.
No one was complaining. We're not complaining over here. If you want, that's fine.
He almost cried when Sasha came out.
I was screaming. Okay, we'll tell you the matches, and then we're gonna.
She's so little.
We're gonna tell you the security story in a minute. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch won. Dean Ambrose against
Enzo and Cass.
Oh yeah, Enzo and Cass against
Dudley's.
Dudley
boys.
And then Dean Ambrose against Chris Jericho.
In a street fight.
That was more than that, was it? I'm probably wrong.
I forget.
We'll just skip ahead. Okay, the security problem.
So let's get to the intermission. Christian was upset because he wanted to be ramp side, not ring side.
The people next to me, all the people next to me, you could go to the barricade.
They let you stand up and go stand there.
No, the guy was very angry. Let's get that straight. The security guard, rudest man ever. I'll tell you what I asked him in a second. Okay, the people, there was like, how many people were next to me? 7, 8?
You were seat 9, so there was 8.
Yeah, I was seat 9. There was 8 people, and they all ran up. They could touch it, but I was that one person who ran out of room, who couldn't go there because the security guard
Was sitting there.
was sitting there like the last show I was at. He was right in the way. You can't move. He was sitting there. So during a few matches before the Divas match, I went up to him. I said, "Hey,"
Nicely.
I was nice as I smiled at him at the start of the show. I said hello. He ignored me, so I just thought he didn't hear me. But then I went up to him. I said, "Hey, excuse me. Do you mind if I could please during the Divas match and the main event, if I could sneak around right where you are?" All he had to do was move up 1 foot so I could get around him. And he looked at me and he said, "No."
Even though the other 8 people were standing there. Now,
He
keep
couldn't-
in mind that when he got up to go to the bathroom for one match, there was another security guard that came,
I was going
and
to
he
that.
let everyone stand there.
Okay.
It wasn't like he was asking to skip the line. He just asked the security guard, "Can you not stand here? Can you stand
For
here?
1 second.
And I'll stand next to you just so Sasha Banks can touch his hand so he
For
could
1
die
second,
happy."
I said, "Just scoot out of the way during the entrances and that's it." And he said no. So I was okay. I said, "Okay, whatever, goodbye." Went back to my seat that was right in front of him.
This
So
is a good thumbnail.
No, the thumbnails don't work. So the rest of the night, he was staring right at me. It's from me to you. That's where he was. You understand? Okay, so he was screaming at everyone the
This
whole
little
time.
girl was like 3 years old and she went to go run to say high five to Dean Ambrose. He said, "Get down!"
He screamed.
She's
He
3.
There was a little kid. They're videotaping. You know you're not allowed to videotape. Everyone knows that. But I saw people. The girl next to me was videotaping for about 30 minutes until the security guard figured it out. So he yelled. He was yelling at everyone. He saw videotaping. He was screaming. This one.
Just be nice.
They're making one quick video. I don't understand the problem. What's the problem? They can't videotape. You're on TV every night of the week. What's a live event? It's just a regular show. Nothing's happening. So you guys understand. You're probably gonna say I'm wrong. That's what they got to do.
And you are wrong. You're not allowed to videotape, and that I understand. What
Yeah,
I
I
don't
understand
understand is don't be a DICK and yell at people. And if somebody nicely asks you, "Excuse me, sir, can I just stand here 1 second and then you can go right back?" Even if the answer is no, just say, "I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to do that." Don't say,
No, he was so rude. You guys don't understand. I don't
Rude.
know how I could explain it. And then there was, at the end of the match, Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. That was the main event. Everyone was going crazy. This little kid ran up.
Quiet.
The guy tried to attack this little kid. He was like 4 years old. Did you see? I don't know if you saw. He tried to grab the little kid. He's 4 years old. He run right past him. The guy's head was turned for 1 minute. 10 seconds, the security guard's head was turned. He ran past him. The security guard, "Hey!" tries to grab him, but he can't reach. So he starts shaking his head, doing this. The kid runs past him after he touches Dean Ambrose's
and
hand.
he wasn't jumping the barricade.
Oh,
The little kid went like this.
couldn't
over
even
the
reach the
ramp.
barricade.
He's 4. He was too small.
He couldn't even. He had to stand on his tippy toes doing that. The guy is a little 4-year-old gonna run over the ramp and attack Dean Ambrose? No, you didn't have to act like that. That's ridiculous. What else? There was another part. Okay, during the Divas match, the guy had to go pee. The entrances were ending, so I was mad. But the guy left. The new guy came up. I ran up as soon as the guy left while the security guard was there. The guy got right out of the way. He let me go, but it was too late, so I could not touch Becky Lynch's hand. I was very upset. So I'm hoping the guy stays away for the whole match. But no. 1 minute before the match ends, he comes back. So I'm very mad. So the match ends, Sasha wins, Becky wins. They're touching everyone's hand, taking pictures with
Everyone. Pictures,
Everyone.
autographs, everything. And if we were ramp side like we paid for, we would have not had to have all this argument.
Yeah. So there was one more thing, a big thing. And I know it was just in my head and I'm missing it.
I don't
The
know.
security guard.
I don't know where to find it.
Did he do anything else? He did something. I know he did. It's making me mad.
He was just rude.
Rudest security guard ever. I'm sure I'll figure it out as soon as this video ends. But let me know.
If we remember, we'll put it in the comments below.
Let me know if you think we overreacted or do you think the guy did. Well, I think the guy did. He did not have to be so rude. He did not have to yell. He could have moved 1 foot like the other security guard did when he went to the bathroom. All I wanted was Just stand there. Their entrances are 10 seconds each. Let me stand there. You can sit back. Oh yeah, I figured it out. He gets mad. It's a street fight. Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose throws Chris Jericho into the barricade, the metal things. The guy has his head. He's not watching. He has his head like that, like sleeping or something. Dean Ambrose throws Chris Jericho into it. It moves, and he waves his hand and starts screaming. Are you a brat? Are you a baby? You should be looking at the crowd. Looking at the crowd, seeing if someone's trying to jump over the barricade, not worrying if a little kid's trying to touch someone's hand. Yeah. So, I don't know who you are, what security guard you are, but if you're watching this, yeah, that's what I gotta say to you. I don't care. Sorry, kids, if you didn't want to see that. And that's all I gotta say. That's my little 11-minute rant to you, security guard, gentleman, man. So yeah, that's about it. You want to add anything? Okay, that's it. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if he's right. Let me know. I want to know everything you guys thought about it. So,
That's it!
It's cold. I got a hard boob. Say goodbye, everyone. Do you have hard ninnies? See you later.